EVO Vegas, the largest and most prestigious fighting game tournament in the world, until they start making it monthly, wrapped up a few weeks ago, and I was there. I forfeited my life savings for a ticket with one mission. Make it out of day 1 pools and 2xKO and win the pool party bundle. So I had to assemble a team. There was this Rashid player making waves in their SF6 pool, so I stalked them, studied them, and analyzed them. I had to make sure they'd be the perfect duo candidate. When they were done with SF6 pools, I put a lever list in their hands and said, if you can play Rashid, you can play Akali. No, I'm kidding. They were a member of my university's esports team and came to EVO with me. We had competed in a collegiate 2xKO league prior and placed 4th in our division. EVO is only slightly more difficult than collegiate FGC. What could go wrong? Our first match was called for stream. I had the suspicion this might happen since 2xKO loves to advertise its duo mode. It goes out of its way to stream as many duos and pools as possible. Snackcakes, my partner, was not expecting this and hastily messaged as many people as possible that Ole Miss Esports would be on the big screen. We put on our jerseys and our first opponent was Psycho Snappy. When button checking, he chose Caitlyn and Teemo and the team fight fuse. Last time Cakes and I entered a 2xKO TNS, we went 0-2, losing to 2 teams using the team fight fuse. We were more prepared for it now, and Teamfight received much warranted nerfs, but we still weren't expecting a solo player to use it in round 1 of Pools. And the elephant in the room, Caitlyn and Teemo, he might try to run down the clock like he's a Smash player, or Globo. Fortunately, he switched from Caitlyn to Blitzcrank. Cakes repped Salvatore Ganacci from Fatal Fury and I lifted Vanillite. The commentators called it a Cub Chew. Snack Cakes, Milkshakes, Psycho Snappy was in for one tasty treat. Cakes quickly opened him up and started Smoke Oki and Ice Cold Assist to double the pressure. I caught him not blocking low and wanted to start a combo, but I immediately misinputted. So I adapted to Ari's overhead coming out instead of her Spirit Rush and made up some BS fake as heck block string to try to catch Psycho Snappy vulnerable again. Don't try this at home, you'll get too aged. After bonking his Teemo on the head, he used Burst, but his Blitzcrank was instantly put back in the blender. No dropped combo this time. When I set up Stalking Dart Oki, Cakes called Assist so we could freestyle mix him like we did prior in the smoke. I failed to handshake in time before Assist went away, but that kept the Assist cooldown at only 2 seconds. 2 seconds later, at the next block string, I handshake tagged Cakes during Ari's Rekka so they could teleport closer to Teemo. And Assist was ready again for Smoke Oki. 2xKO's Assist cooldown is comedically low. Psycho Snappy's defense held up, and he was able to switch to his Blitzcrank just in time to save his Teemo from dying to the throw. Smoke Oki was set up, and Assist was ready again. After defeating his Blitzcrank, I had a feeling he'd try to jump out of the corner with Teemo, so I went for the air throw. I was right about the jump, but the air throw was air to air. Teemo gameplay. Cakes closed round 1. Ari's ability to convert into limit strike and corner carry off of any hit makes her extremely fun to play. Riot Games, please don't nerf her again, I beg. On the next Stalking Dart Oki, I successfully crossed him up, and to be honest, this combo should have converted into a kill, and so should this next one, but I guess Cakes and I just like playing the game so much that we kept him alive for the next Smoke Oki. Cakes used level 3 on the Whipped Mushroom with Pixel Life remaining, and closed round 2, winning us our first game of 2xKO at EVO. In the next round, a meaty overhead led to a combo that prompted Psycho Snappy to burst to preserve his Teemo's health. His defense on his Blitz was once again holding up, and I should have handshake tagged for freestyle mix, but I was playing greedy. Cakes, if you're watching this, I apologize for selling. Thankfully, Psycho Snappy stopped blocking, and I sold the bag again by not using Tag Launcher this combo. Assuming Cakes wouldn't drop it on their end, Akali's combos out of Tag Launcher are more than capable of finishing off a Blitz with only this much health remaining. In my defense, cross-ups with Stalking Dart Oki are irresistibly fun. We should have just killed him here, a reoccurring trend I'm noticing as I write the script, but Cakes went for a teleport, giving Psycho Snappy enough time to hard tag to his Teemo and happy birthday us. He unfortunately dropped his combo. We really deserved to lose either a character or a burst gauge there. I sniped his Teemo out of the skies and I closed out round 1 of game 2 with a J2H confirmed. In round 2, Cakes tagged to me after throwing Blitzcrank, and the SFX of me dashing for my life to catch up from a mile away in order to combo off the throw was really funny.
To damage your oath, and now Psycho Snappy on the defensive.
Now we're back to
Psycho Snappy bursts me into the corner, and the incoming gameplay was so scuffed and ugly, I will not be showing it on screen. It ended with his Teemo dying, that's all you need to know. I go for the air grab again, knowing he'll jump, but it's barely out of range. When he tries comboing Cakes out of Akali's assist, I'm able to punish him for it with a 2H combo. I've learned some better anti-air combos since EVO.
Now get back! Try this.
With his Blitzcrank making its last stand and Fury on the horizon, Psycho Snappy's comeback was possible. I had no meter to parry if he tried to chip me out. So for the 3rd time this set, I tried to kill him in a way that would prevent Fury from activating. I went for the air throw, finishing round 2 of game 2 and winning a set on stream at EVO. Psycho Snappy, stand proud, you were strong. I hope you keep playing 2xKO, I'd love to play you again someday. The commentators asked me for the origin of my Play 2xKO tag too, and I was ecstatic to give them the lore. 2xKO is such a fun game, it's my favorite modern fighting game, uncontested. When I enter other games and they see the name Play 2xKO, I hope it influences them to try the game out for themselves. It's free! I'll happily walk around as a 2xKO advertisement as long as they don't nerf Ari into oblivion and they fix the console crashes on Xbox. They should guts Teemo Super Mushroom Oki though. Like, in fact, just remove Teemo from the game, the top 8s will run 8 times faster. Our next set was against a Warwick Vi. Cakes and I were warm now. There were less drops, the mix was more deliberate, we parried more, and we even performed some more slightly advanced combos. We won 2-0, and the mission of making it out of pools was looking more feasible than ever. We only needed to win one more set to make it to day 2. However, fate had something else in store. Our next opponent was our worst matchup. Another Ari Akali. We played our best, but Kudeta was better than us at every facet of the game. We couldn't even take a round, if I remember correctly. This was like a week or 2 ago. Losing sucks, but losing to an Ari Akali is like glimpsing into the future. He showed us some things we could be doing better, and grimier, like Akali S1 into her command grab super. So we dropped into loser's side. The goal was still within reach. We just lost some momentum. Our next opponent sat down, picked his characters, and you'll never believe who he selected.
Ari! Akali!
Akudama EXE was another Ari Akali. Where did all of these Hikari clones come from? There were at minimum 3 Ari Akalis in this one pool. He was good too, better than us even, but not as refined as the Hikari clone we played in Winterside. It would be an uphill battle, but it was winnable. If he played at his best, we couldn't catch up to him, and if we played sloppy, he'd floored us. But if he played sloppy and we played at our best, just maybe we could win. We'd have to be on point and exploit every one of his errors. Game 1 was rough, we didn't take a round. Things were looking grim. In Game 2, I will admit that as much as I enjoy playing Ari, I can't really defend against her. If she combos me once and sets up her evil mix, 9 times out of 10 I'm getting touched again and dying. And that's what happened in round 1 of Game 2. His Ari made quick work of mine, and Cakes had to make a 2v1 comeback. But not all hope was lost. When we're at our lowest is when Cakes rises to the occasion. When it really matters, they unleash their Zenkai boost. I gave Cakes the Fury buff, and while not unscathed, they managed to KO Akutama EXE's Ari. It came down to Fury Akali versus a more skilled Akali, and Cakes landed the first blow. They brought the opposing Akali down to a sliver of health, but they were now all out of meter. They couldn't catch him off guard with the command grab super again. Fury ran out, and Cakes only had a small chunk of HP remaining as well. With no Fury on either side, it was dead even. The enemy Akali ran up to Cakes and clicked throw. There was no tech. Akutama EXE took round 1 of game 2. I was wholly impressed with Cakes' resilience. Sure, they didn't win the round, but it was down to the wire. If I pull my own weight and Cakes keeps it up, we could still win the set. In round 2, Cakes died first this time. Fortunately, the enemy Akali was already one down, so I KO'd it without much issue. It came down to Ari v Ari, and I made sure to protect myself with the move every Ari hates to see coming. 2H. With a few anti-air combos, I KO'd his Ari, winning us round 2 of game 2. Our tournament life would come down to this final round. And we got Happy Birthday, the worst possible outcome. We had our break meter full, but I didn't want to use it because it seemed like a burst bait, and Cakes didn't want to use it because they wanted us to make a Fury comeback. It was a tough situation. I don't blame us for not bursting, but in hindsight, we probably should have. The Happy Birthday put us too far behind for any comeback, ending the EVO run. So your favorite duo went 2-2, finishing 257th out of like 962. The mission to make it out of day 1 pools was unsuccessful, but for me, winning on stream made up for it. The 2XKO booth gave us these cool pins for competing, and after completing their side quests, I won some stickers that I promptly attached to my water bottle, controller, and headphones. Competing as a duo was fun. I highly recommend it to anyone wanting to try their first fighting game, but is more accustomed to team games. You and your friend can both learn the game together. Losing with your friend is half a loss, and winning with them is twice as hype. Thank you so much for watching, and Riot Games, please don't nerf Ari.